And the reason some people don't want to season their meat before they cook it is because salt actually draws out water and can draw out some of the juices. There's other reasons it doesn't sufficiently penetrate the inside, so you have an even seasoning, all these different reasons like that. But you know what? I've seasoned it before and I love the way it tastes. So we're gonna go ahead and season that and then place that right there in the hot oil. Wash my hands again so I can season the other side. All right, pretty hot fire. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. I'll season the other side. Oh, it's smelling really good. Now what that is the water is coming out of the meat, and that's what's making this pop like that. So if you have a splatter guard, this is a good time to use one because the oil is going to splatter a little bit. But not to worry, everything's going fine. Just be careful and use a splatter guard if you need to. Now we're going to let that cook for 6 minutes aside, so I'm going to keep track of that. Okay, and then while that's cooking, we will move on to the next step, which is our steamed broccoli, which is so healthy for you. One of those great vegetables, got lots of fiber and vitamins, another great color to add with your meat and potatoes. So let's start on the broccoli. It's the easiest of all 3 dishes we're making today, although they all are really easy in my book. But let's get the broccoli and we will go steam that actually in the microwave. So for the broccoli, what I have here is just kind of a nice deep dish, microwavable safe. And I got 3 broccoli crowns. And that's what I've done here is washed them obviously first and then cut them into some nice small pieces, just little bite-sized pieces. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw those into my pan here. If you don't like, I tend to actually like the stem, but if you don't like the stem, you're welcome to trim that off a little more. On some of these pieces, we've got a lot of stem going on. Trim those. And once again, you do want fairly even pieces so it'll cook nice and even. I'll add these in as well. Got one with the stem there. And this is my favorite way to cook broccoli. If you are just run home for lunch and heat up some vegetables, steam some broccoli, you don't have to get out a pan, you don't have to get out the steamer basket, nothing like that. All you have to do is just have a microwave. You can do it in your dorm room or your apartment or whatever. Okay, I'm gonna trim the stem off. And you could add some cauliflower or carrots or other mixed vegetables in here. I just happen to choose broccoli. So I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. Not necessary, but I like olive oil. It's good for your heart. Got some good oils in there. And we'll season it after we cook it. So the next step, all you need to do is get some, you can use either a plastic bag that you have on hand, or I'm using just some cling wrap. Just gonna wrap that around it. This will hold in and help steam it, and then poke a few holes in it so it doesn't kind of explode on us. So this is ready to go. We're gonna put this in the microwave for probably about 3 minutes, and then I'll test it, and you can just have it to your desired tenderness. Some people like their broccoli pretty firm, and some people like it a little bit softer. So it's really just up to you, and you probably wanna toss it a little bit to make sure that everything's nicely cooked. And as soon as we get this in the microwave, we're gonna need to flip that steak. So let's put this in the microwave and we'll flip that and probably check our potatoes in a minute. Now it is time to flip our steak. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, that is looking good. Look at all those juices. I think I can turn it up just a little bit. And fortunately, meat is something, it's not exactly like fish. With fish, you really want to be careful about how many times you're turning it because it can fall apart a lot easier. The meat is so sturdy that, if we want to go back and char the other side a little bit at the end, we can do that. So no problem there. This is looking great. I really like, we haven't We haven't burned it at all. It's got a really nice color, and it's looking great. A lot of steam coming out from there. Gotta be careful. Oh, that's gorgeous. And again, remember that bowl's hot. I'll just put that into this nice, ooh, lost a few, into a nice serving dish like that. Looks gorgeous. Now, if you want, a couple things you can do is just add some salt and pepper, which is what I'm gonna do now. Another thing that I love on broccoli is some grated Parmesan cheese or shredded Parmesan cheese. Doesn't add a lot of fat, but adds a lot of really nice flavor. But first we'll just start with this finishing salt, and then